Hey everybody, this is Jensen from the Gabby Go. We want to take some time to wish the Effingham Hearts the best of luck on their upcoming seasons, as well as our surrounding schools. Here at the Gabby Go, we're famous for our cook-to-order steak bites, as well as our warm and fresh Southwestern goods. Come on over and check out our brand new building, where you can play pool on either of our two pool tables, play darts, or watch your favorite sports teams on any of our brand new TVs. And as always, eat, drink, and get your goat on.
All right, Coach Lucas Watkins, talk to me about, you finished 8-3 last year, second round of playoffs, lost to Camp Point Central, of course, who's a juggernaut. What players have stood out to you most in practice this year so far?
I think a lot of the same faces and names that you heard last year. I think this senior group, there's kind of a core group that's been there as sophomores, so your Kate McInness, your Owen McInness, your Love Your Hearts, Zack Harmon's, these are kids that have been playing since their sophomore year. So we relied upon them heavily last year, and we'll need to rely upon them more this year. And a lot of these kids, again, are bringing 3, some 4 years of varsity experience here, entering their fourth year. So just those mainstays, again, the kids that have been starting since their sophomore year and some since freshman.
For Zack, for Hudson, Owen, what type of leaders are these gentlemen as far as seniors and showing the younger kids this is how we play Cumberland Pirate football?
They're great leaders. They lead by example. They're good. They're high character kids. There's years where sometimes it's not all roses and everything. You have some kids that that kind of can cause problems and have issues, and these guys don't allow that to happen. And again, they lead by example. And if they see something that's not going right or not meeting expectations, they're there to make sure it gets corrected.
Quarterback Hudson McElravy, Hudson, senior leader. What did you work on this offseason to be even better leader, but also a better quarterback?
A lot of it was just footwork, staying in the pocket, delivering it to our guys, outside the hash, make a play. Because a lot of them, they can get wrecked. And we're a team that can score in 1 play, 5 plays, 2 plays. It doesn't matter.
You have 47 on the roster this year from freshmen through seniors. That's a lot of kids wanting to play football here at Cumberland. What's that mean to you as a senior?
It just means we're keeping the tradition going. Getting these young guys in, getting them 4 years in. You're a better football player if you play your 4 years and just step up your senior year and decide to play that year.
What players have stood out to you the most?
Our slot guys, like the way they're able to win on their routes, their ones, it's, you kind of know in your head where you're going to throw it before the ball's even snapped. You're a whole lot safer with your audibles, changing the play up. On the defensive end, you got Owen, middle linebacker, who makes every other tackle on the field, and Harmon, who just disrupts any play to his side. It's a good feeling to have those guys.
Your fellow senior leader, Zack Harmon, what's it mean to you to have a 6'8", 230-pound dude who's got so much gift of athleticism that you can count on any time?
50-50 balls turn into 90-10 at this point. He's huge. All you got to do is throw it up. If you don't catch it, usually it's pass interference. But, we got way more than him, and I don't want to degrade Zack, but we got slot guys who are so quick, so fast, able to get the ball out, get out of traffic, maneuver in areas they can't. But Zack's always that guy who'll come down with it.
Senior wide receiver Zack Harmon. Zack, tell me about what you worked on this offseason to be an even better player and a senior leader.
This offseason, I worked on my strength and size and my route running, and I also worked on my football IQ and being a better leader for these young guys out here, just to teach them how Cumberland Pirate football is.
What's it mean to you to have so many guys out Cumberland Pirate football, freshmen through seniors, of 47 players?
Yeah, my class has always been big into football, and we've always had a big show out. But seeing these new guys and these younger players finally come out, there's a lot of potential for Cumberland Pirate football.
What players have stood out to you the most in practice?
Owen McInness with his strength and size has really put size on us. Then you got Ken McInness with his shiftiness and Logan with his speed. They've really stepped into the shoes of the seniors last year.
Senior Owen McInness. Owen, talk about what you work on this past offseason to be an even better player as a senior leader.
For the most part, just keep everybody in line, listen to the coaches, and do what they're told. They know what they're talking about. If you listen to what they say to do, you're going to be a better football player and a better person all around.
What players have stood out to you the most in practice?
Zack Harmon, he's a big helper around here. He's big, 6'8", 6'7", somewhere like that. And you got Hudson McInerney, who's our QB, who has played varsity football for a year now. He's got a year under his belt, and I think he's going to fill his role pretty good. And then you got Logan Gerhardt and Caden McMeekin, who are fast, quick, shifty, know what they're doing. They've played for a year now, at least one. And then for our younger classmen, I feel like you got Chase Farr, who's going to fill some spots that we need, and we got depth.
Logan Gerhardt, senior. Logan, what'd you work on this offseason to be a senior leader?
I really worked on getting here every day, trying to be here as much as possible for the younger kids, and also being here for my teammates, getting the team chemistry up, and just getting the plays in for my teammates. Well, I think a lot of us seniors have gotten a lot better, but Zack Harmon has definitely stood out the most out of all of us. You know, I think being a disciplined role model for the younger kids, not messing around, getting to practice every day, and getting stuff done.
Do you feel like the offense or the defense is going to be more of a strength this year?
I think they're going to be balanced. I really feel like. I think that our offense is doing a lot of good things. Again, when you bring back a lot of kids, where we are now, I mean, we feel really good. You know, being 1 week in, and we've got a lot of install, and you don't have to spend a lot of time on install because these kids remember everything. You know, from last year, they've been doing this for 2 or 3 years now. Defensively, I think we're going to be solid as well. I really like our defensive line. I like our depth there as well. I like our backfield, defensive backfield, linebackers. So I think it's going to be difficult to say which will be better. I hope they complement, one another, and then we hope to have good, solid special teams and be all around.
Of course, Hudson's a year under his belt as quarterback, now a senior, a leader. How much experience do you think that's going to play a pivotal to when the season starts?
I think that it's going to be critical. It's big. It seems like in the years past, a lot of times we like to have a quarterback per class, and a lot of times we rely on that quarterback for a year, his senior year. So he's developed for 3 years and we're confident in his abilities. Last year we didn't have a quarterback in the senior class. We had to put Hudson in that situation as a junior, and I thought he did really well. He exceeded my expectations. So it's critical to have that quarterback in that leadership position that has a year of experience underneath their belt.
What's your favorite part to being a quarterback now that you're a senior?
When you gain respect from your teammate, that's a good feeling. You want to be as good as a teammate as you can, and being able to give the ball off, watching the guys work, it's a good feeling. It's a really good feeling.
What are some accomplishments or achievements that you would like to achieve as an individual for your senior year?
You could always talk about, I want to go undefeated. That's always the goal. You want to win every game. You put that first. But there's some records I'd like to hold and build off that junior season. But a lot of it's a team game for a reason. Winning with your buddies is the best part.
Go ahead. Zack. Go ahead. Zack, go ahead.
Look at that right there. Bingo. Good. Down the hill. Do that too.
Zack. Go ahead. Zack. When's the last time you can recall you had a 6'8", 230-pound player like Zack Harmon, who's as athletic as you'll ever see on a field, but his knowledge for the game, his IQ is second to none?
Yeah, we've had some bigger kids, some 6'6", 6'7" kids that were pretty good athletes, but I mean, he is, like we got his physical the other day and they had him at 6'8", 236, so it's probably closer to the 240 mark, and he's just a specimen, really. I mean, because normally you get those kids and they're, maybe not real coordinated or kind of heavy-footed, and he, has, I think, we do a lot of timing and stuff. He had one of the fastest 20 times in the school. He got a great vertical. He's got a good 40. He's not super strong yet, but and I still think he's kind of learning his body. But for him to be that size and have those type of measurements and the speed and agility is very rare, especially for play football.
What would be individual goals for yourself for your senior year?
I feel like I need to be a good leader, so that's a really good goal. I want to be all-state, as I got honorable mention last year.
The fact that you're 6'8", 230 pounds as a senior, how much is importance of that is that for you, Zach, being so athletic and the defense is going to have problems against you?
Well, last year I was tall, but I wasn't as big, and this year I gained quite a bit of pounds. I'm a lot bigger. It's going to be harder for them to block me.
Ready, set, go ahead. Got it, baby man. Hey. Okay, and normally we probably have a 40 right in.
Yeah, I got him right there.
Outside armpit, Owen. Good. Way to make.
I'd like to step up and be a role model for these younger kids because they're the future of Cumberland High football. And without a good role model, the team's just not going to be Pirates. I'd like to achieve the tackle record too. I don't know how close I am, but it's got to be pretty close.
I'm pretty much an all-around guy. I'd like to have over 1,000 yards, all-purpose yards.
Owen McInness is another player to really keep your eye on. He works his tail off. But I think about that as more of he works with the team. He has a good camaraderie with the boys. He's excited for this year, and he wants to break some records, like he said. What do you have to say about Owen this year?
He's a great kid. He's a blue-collar kind of guy. He comes to work every day. Kind of a country boy, been raised that way. And you can always tell those kids, their work ethic is good. And Owen's, that kind of kid. A kid that's, I'm pretty sure he started as a freshman on both sides of the ball. We had him. He's a kid. We had a center his freshman and sophomore year that we put in the backfield. And he's done. Last year was his first time in the backfield, so he did really, really well there. We're just excited to have him back for his senior years. Some teams at the top that are going to be difficult. We do start at Villa Grove, and it's always difficult to go on the road there. I mean, they kind of struggled a little bit. I think they were 2-7 last year, kind of younger. But I think you have your kind of your same usual suspects. You have your Arthur. I think they have a pretty big senior class, kind of like we do. Sullivan was really good last year. I know they lost a lot, but they were solid. And JV, same with Valley, gave us everything we wanted last year. And then Comas, I think they'll have they had a good senior, will be senior group this year. So I think those teams will probably be near the top. I'm thinking I'm trying to slide into the other teams. So we'll have to make sure we're prepared and ready to go in and out each week. Another team was Argentina that we played week 9, and they were young last year. And it was a 38-22 ball game. We played in week 2. That'll be our home opener. So we've again, like I said, just got to take it one week at a time and prepare. If we can do that, I mean, we haven't really talked goals yet, but I think we all know that the goal would be to win, confident against every team's goal. They start to win the conference championship and qualify for the playoffs and try to make as deep of a run as you can. I don't know this for a fact. We have 19 seniors out this year, and I know in my 10 or 11 years being a head coach, that's the most we've ever had. It may be the most in program history. So that's something that we're really excited about. Again, like you said, they're good kids. They get together. There's some years that I've had, you love your teams, but there's sometimes you go to practice, like, oh, what's going to happen today, or a game, you worry about, maybe a kid being volatile or this, that. We don't have that this year. You don't have to worry about that. Everybody's on the same page. Again, it starts with the senior leadership that we have, and these kids that have been doing this for, their 4th year now, and have, been in the program, bought in, and we're really excited to see what can come of this year.
What's your favorite part to working with the kids and being a coach?
I like you said, just working with the kids. I mean, I went into education for a reason. I love, being around kids, helping kids, coaching them, and again, the development. Not only out here in football, but in the classroom, you see, when you get them where they are, like these kids, you get them from a freshman year and watch them grow to a senior, and you see, the impact that you've made and the development that they have made over those years. And I really enjoy that. And then I just am a football junkie. I mean, I love the X's and O's aspect of it. I'm kind of an offensive guy, offensive coordinator, and I love just, trying to scheme things and come up with stuff and, put players. I always say it's kind of like a puzzle. This year I feel like it's kind of like a puzzle. We're trying to,
What's your favorite part about playing for Coach Watkins?
Player's coach. He's a really cool dude, solid dude. You know, he understands, you know, plays, you know, if they don't go your way, he understands your point of view on that. He'll listen to you, talk about little changes you can add to a play or something we should do preparing for the week. You know, he's understanding, you know, and that's one thing I like about him.
It's exciting. His mind's always wrapped around the game of football. He's always thinking of new formations, new plays, and just ways to better our team to help make the school a better program.
I mean, it's great. He's probably one of the better coaches in our conference. You know, he's had a team go to playoffs every year he's been here, except for one.
Wing. All right, here we go. Take it. Good. Catch, tuck, and get up. Good. All right, the ball fake far. Okay, you take a ball fake and then help with the end. All right, boom. Look, like we're scooping. Boom. All right, and then release the flat. Go. This is kind of a different formation because we're going to put him as the H back, okay? Outside, guys, Cox. Nothing outside of you, Waylon. Nothing outside of you. We're sprinting down. This is deep. Okay, all right. This is deep. Schweitzer. Good. I love it. All right, here we go. Last one. We're going deep. Okay, let's go extra point. Down here, extra point.
A lot of the players tell me how they talk so highly about you, Coach, as far as the person you are, but also the team camaraderie, the culture you build. What's that mean to you as a coach?
It's great. I mean, I think in this day and age with football, especially at these smaller schools, you're seeing, you know, a lot of these 1A schools that, you know, can't fill the team, and a lot of kids change. You know, kids are different. You can't coach the same way you did. So you as a coach, you have to adjust. And I mean, not only me, but the coaching staff have done a really good job of adjusting as a staff to kind of fulfill the needs of the kids. So it means a lot. Again, I think as a coach, you always want to build a culture, and if you can sustain that culture and sustain success, that's what you really want to go for. And obviously, you know, success is different from people. I mean, we haven't won a state championship, you know, went to the Final Four, did anything like that. But I think, you know, we've had winning records and stuff. So it means a lot coming from the kids, hearing that from them. And, you know, I always tell them, like, respect is a two-way street. You know, I respect you guys, you respect me. And I think we have a really good relationship with just not only me, all the coaches and the kids. And the kids understand the expectations. And again, we have good kids. You know, we have good character kids and high character kids. And that makes our job a lot easier.
I would say at least playoffs, but there's more hope. We can do a lot better than that. I'm seeing second round, third round. You know, like we have a bunch of guys who junior year players last year and coming up being a senior. You know, we have that extra year of experience on our belt. I just think good things are going to come.
The sky's the limit as we have 18, 19 seniors, a lot of veterans coming back, and if we just keep our mindset right, I feel like we go as far as we want to.
Sky's the limit. I got lots of faith. We got depth this year. We got all kinds of athletes all over. The main part of the team, though, is right there on the line. As long as our line's good, we're going to be good because we got skills all over.
You know, I think we still have a little bit of a bad taste from getting kicked out of the playoffs second round last year. I really think that we could go 72, 8-1, and hopefully make it past the second round. That's our goal.
You back to this time.
Ball.
I got it.
Drive, Becker. Hey, spit. Zack, go ahead. Go skip more. Drive. There you go. Hey, you're all right.
Oh.
Good, Kaiser. Come on. Drive. Nancy, get us good, Kaiser.
What a block.
Good, Kaiser. Drive, Lewis. In there.
Corner. Keep your head up.
Oh.
Good job, Gerhard.
Hit.
Good. Drive, Dom.
There you go. That was actually the best.
What excites you the most about getting the season underway in general?
just there's I don't know something special about Friday night. I mean, it really is. It's great. You know, it's a community event. I feel like it's good to see some stands packed, people on the sideline, and it's just that's again community. I think is what it's all about. When the community kind of buys in and helps support you, and we get everybody together. I mean, I think that's the best part. And just seeing the kids, the excitement, the enjoyment, that this sport brings to them is what it is great.
Just the bond you have with your guys. This is a sport where even though you don't talk to a guy much, but the moment like you're out here, like you act like you've known him your whole life. It's that feeling, and you're constantly talking to your buddies, and there's nothing better than that.
Just the brotherhood around here, it's been unreal. Then winning on Friday nights is just the best part about it.
The fact that it's my last year, man. I'm excited, but it's kind of sad at the same time. But I'm ready to show the Cumberland what we're made of. Like, this is gonna be a good year. Be ready, Pirate fans.
Just the Friday night lights, being under them lights, playing in front of the home crowd, nothing beats it.
Of so many good years of coaching from Lucas Watkins here. Coach, I appreciate taking the time for me. It means a lot to me. Looking forward to seeing what the Cumberland Pirates can do this year in a deep playoff run.
Okay, thank you, Tyler. And again, we appreciate the exposure. We appreciate you coming out here, taking time out of your day and interviewing these kids and myself. Thank you.
Okay, but I like where we're at. Good job, big. Good job. One more.